Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So I'm going to be showing you how to make these really simple little gift tags. Now they are absolutely gorgeous. I was having a look through all my rubber stamps. Now I haven't used rubber stamps for I don't know how long. I just don't use them anymore. But I found these lovely ones which are some little snowflakes which are really cute, which look like these, and these two lovely little snowmen rubber stamps. Now they are made by Personal Impressions. They are really old because I haven't been stamping for a long time and I haven't bought anything for I don't know how long. But these are gorgeous and they almost look sort of like retro stamps to me, so I think they are lovely. That's what it comes out like when it's stamped, and I've just coloured it with some of the Arteza pens here. Which are the watercolour, the real brush pens, which are sort of like watercolour pens. They are really good. I'll pop a link below for those. And I've just stamped them, coloured them in, and I just love them. I've got a little bit of book paper, and then I've got my Posca pen, a white one, and I've just done little dots over there as little snowflakes. And so simple and so easy to do, and just a little bit of this lovely thread here as the little top. So I'm loving them. I've done this one in red, so I've just stamped out some red snowflakes on there, and the Merry Christmas. Oh yes, I've got this Merry Christmas one as well, but it's got Embossing Arts and Co on there. So these are quite old, really are, but they are just lovely. And I'm sure in your stash you must have stamps that you've never used in there somewhere, but I'm loving them, and they are so simple, so easy to do, and they're great for men's tags. So if you've got them sort of like on a man's present, these are great. Really good. I'm going to show you how to make this lovely little one here with this lovely little snowmen on. I think they are gorgeous. Now I've got a couple here which I've stamped them out, so this is what they look like. I'm using this card here. Now I've coffee stained these. I did these all in the summer, and they already bought like this from a stationery shop. So that is 6.5 centimeters by 9.5 centimeters, or 2.5 by 3 3/4 inches. So that's a really nice size for a tag. And then I've just stamped them onto the piece of paper, onto that card, with some Stays On, which is the Timber Brown. I have all of these things popped in my Amazon storefront, except obviously for the stamps. So you can use any stamps that you've got. You don't have to actually use them as Christmas ones either, but I thought these are just gorgeous. And then I got some vintage photo, and that's about it really. So let's get going. So what I'm going to do, I've got a piece here. Now I'm going to cut the little tabs off in a minute. I'm going to do the actual tag first. So I'm going to use some book paper. That seems very thick. There we go, 2 pieces there. I'm just going to use an old piece of paper here, and I'm just going to glue it on, just quite randomly. So you can get your bits of book paper out. So if you've got them in your stash, in your little scrap paper, wherever you keep your scrap paper, however much you have. So if you've probably got lots like me, you've got a great big box of it. But I'm trying to use it up, and I've actually did throw some stuff away because it was just driving me round the bend. I had so much, it was taking up so much space, and it's stuff that I probably wouldn't really use. So I did have a little bit of a clear out. So let's just stick some glue on here. This is just my tacky glue in the bottle. I'm going to just pop that over like that, and then we'll have a piece coming from this side, just random like this. You don't have to use book paper, you can use bits of coloured paper, You can use music paper, any scraps that you've got that you'd like to use, even more different types. You could put corrugated paper on here as well, corrugated card should I say. Let's have a little bit more up here, just a little bit. Just going to stick that like that, easy peasy. Get my scissors and then just cut these little bits off, just so they don't poke out like that. Now I'm going to go round with my little Posca pen and I'm just going to pop dots all over it, really simple, so it almost looks like polka dots or little sort of snowflakes, because I think polka dots are pretty sort of like retro as well, aren't they? I think they all look really good, but I'm loving it. So if you've got a sort of silver pen, you could use that, little silver snowflakes on there like that. So just pop some around there. I'm just going to quickly leave that to dry off just a little bit, and we are going to colour one of these in. So I'm going to show you actually how they stamp. I've got some of my Stays On, which is the Timber Brown. Let's put that out there. I'm going to take, what should we have? Should we have the little greetings one? So just tap it on there, not too much. Sometimes you need something just to lean on, just so it's got like a softer base underneath, because using the wooden ones you can't use one of the stamping guides in there. So that's come out lovely. So I think they just come out lovely. I'll show you what this one comes out like, stamps like as well. I think that's enough ink on there. Pop that down there. See, look, I think they are lovely, really lovely. And I don't think I've even used them. I think they didn't even have any ink on when I used them. So let's pop those to the side and we shall use these. I'm going to use, which one did I put on there? Greetings. So let's have Christmas blessings on this one. Just cut them off. Doesn't have to be anything, doesn't even have to be even. I'm going to take my scissors now and just grunge up the edges a little bit. Just run your scissors across here, or if you've got a little tool you can use that as well. I really should put one of the tools on my Christmas list, shouldn't I? Because I still haven't found it and I still haven't brought a new one. So I'm going to just pop a little bit of ink on the outside, just around the edge, like that. Okay, so that looks nice and sort of scruffy. Little bits off here. Okay. Whoops. Now I'm going to get my pens. Let's have a look. I'm going to get my red one here and I'm just going to colour in his scarf. So again, you can use anything to do this. You can even use some chalks to colour it in. It depends how bright you want the colour to come out. If you wanted a bit more muted, then I think the chalks would look lovely. So we have a little blue hat on there. Just like that. Perfect. And then I'm going to use a little bit of the grey. This is sort of a grey one. This is fog grey it's called, which is quite nice to give in the sort of like shadow on the snowman, just like that, just to show that it's sort of snowy on there. So there we go, that's that little one done. Now I'm going to get the little template here. I'm going to pop that over the top just so these little bits are even. I'm just going to cut these off. It's handy to have one of these around, just so you can make all your tags look the same. and then here's just going to sit on there like that. Let me just ink around the edge a little bit. So it's nice to have a look and see what rubber stamps. I might do a little bit more. I've got lots of rubber stamps that I really just don't use, but I should really get them out, shouldn't I, and see what we can come up with. So now I want that to just sort of like come up a little bit more. So what I'm going to use, I did have somewhere, let me have a look, some corrugated card. Okay, so here we go. Just got a piece of a card. I'm going to just cut a little square, just so it's just smaller than that. Okay, and I'm going to back it on there. So I'm going to take my glue gun, a little bit of glue on there, because I just want it just raised up just a little bit on the tag, so it's not so flat, which I think is really nice. Now again, it depends how high you want it. You could pop another piece of corrugated card on there, but I think just one is plenty. So that just sticks on there like that, and I just think it's so simple and so nice. I might even pop a few little snowflakes on here, just a couple like that. Now I need a, what did I do with my hole punch? It's here somewhere, if I can get it out. I'm going to just punch a little hole in there, just like that. And then I'm going to take some of my thread here, so just use whatever you've got. Now I'm going to double it up like that, and then I'm going to double it up again. So I'm going to pop that through the hole. I think I used a different hole punch on my other ones. I think I used my crocodile on the other ones, but I don't know what I've done with it. So let's just thread that through there. There we go. Open those up, pull those through, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to tie a knot at the top if I can, like that. Make sure you get all 4 pieces through, and then just trim that off out of the way. There we go, and there we go, we've got your lovely little tag. So I think that is just gorgeous. So these will be going on Andy's gifts this year. So we've got the little snowflakes as well there, which are lovely. So simple. So all of that is just the snowflakes I've stamped on the back there with some book paper, and I've just raised up the Merry Christmas stamp on that one, and on this one I've raised up 2 of the little snowflakes, which I think are gorgeous. So there we go guys, really quick and easy, nice little tag. And here's the red one, so if you wanted red as well, I think that came out lovely. And I've used the Distress Oxide, which is the candied apple on this one, which is lovely. So there we go guys, quick simple tag. So do go and have a look and see what stamps you've got, ones that you've not used for ages, and I think a little bit of colour on them look really lovely. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me. Please stay safe, take care, and I'll see you soon. Alright guys, bye bye.